Hi everyone and welcome. Today we are diving into a phenomenon that many of us experience but might not fully understand. So we're going to be talking about FOMO, or in other words, the fear of missing out. Have you ever felt anxious because you saw your friend posting about maybe a party or trip that you weren't invited to? Or have you felt the urge to constantly check your phone because you was worried that if you're not gonna do so, then you might miss out on something really important? If so, you're not alone. FOMO, it is a real and growing issue in our hyper-connected world. However, the thing is that FOMO isn't only about the fear of missing out on certain events or experiences, but it is also about pressure to keep up, to measure up, and to feel like you are living your best life in a world where everyone else seems to be doing just that. In today's video, we're gonna be looking at what FOMO is, how it impacts our mental health, why we are so prone to it, and most importantly, we're gonna be looking at different ways how you can overcome it. So let's get started. FOMO, or the fear of missing out, it is an easy feeling that we might have when we see other people having rewarding time without us. And this is often driven by social media, where we are being constantly bombarded with the highlights of other people's lives. The term was first popularized in early 2000s, but it became even more relevant in the age of Instagram, TikTok, and endless scrolling. According to research, FOMO is linked to feelings of anxiety, dissatisfaction, and even depression. So then you might ask why this is happening, right? But this is actually rooted in our basic need for connection and belonging. When we see other people having fun or doing well in life, our brains might read it as a threat, understanding it that we are being left out of something really important. Interestingly, FOMO isn't just limited to social events. It can also show up in other areas of our life, like career, relationships, or even hobbies. For example, you might feel FOMO when you see colleagues getting promoted, a friend traveling to an exotic destination, or even someone mastering a skill you have always wanted to try. This fear isn't just about missing out on fun, it's about feeling like you are falling behind in life. And in a world where you are constantly exposed to curated versions of other people's life, it's easy to feel like you are not doing enough. FOMO doesn't just make us feel bad in a moment. It can also have a long-term impact on our mental health. And there are studies that show that FOMO is associated with anxiety and stress. So when, for instance, someone is constantly worrying that they're missing out on certain things, that will then keep their brain on high alert. And then because of that, it's going to be really hard to relax. FOMO is also associated with lower self-esteem. So when we constantly go online and compare ourselves to other people, this can lead to lower self-esteem. It can lead us to doubt ourselves and then feel really inadequate. Since FOMO is also linked to scrolling, when people they scroll at night, that can then lead to very poor sleep hygiene. So people they can even, as a result of that, develop sleeping disorders. FOMO has been also linked to difficulty with focusing on concentrating, because when we are being preoccupied with what other people are doing, and when we constantly compare ourselves to others, and when we constantly think about the things that maybe we're not doing, the things that we should be doing, the things that we should be achieving, that actually disrupts our present moment. So it's really hard then to stay focused in here and now, whether it is at work, at school, or even in our personal life. There's also another layer to this. FOMO can also lead to something that we call in psychology decision fatigue. When you are constantly worried about making the right choice, whether it is attending an event, pursuing an opportunity, or even just choosing how to spend your free time, you can actually end up feeling paralyzed. This can lead to procrastination, regret, and even sense of helplessness. In extreme cases, FOMO can contribute to burnout and depression. This is why it's important to address this. To understand why FOMO is so common, we need to look at both psychology and technology. From psychological perspective, FOMO taps into our innate desire to be connected with other people. So we as humans, we are designed to be connected in relationships, in communities, in societies. And when we feel that we are being excluded, that then creates that threat to our survival. On the other hand, when we look at technology, we know that social media platforms are designed to keep us hooked. Notifications, likes, endless feeds are all engineered to trigger dopamine release in our brain so that we crave it then even more. And this creates a cycle where we're constantly seeking validation and fearing that we're gonna miss out if we're gonna log off. But there's still something more to it than that. FOMO is also being fueled by something called social comparison theory. This is the idea that we determine our own worth based on how we stack up against others. In the past, our comparisons were limited to people in our immediate circles like friends, family, or co-workers. But now, thanks to social media, we are comparing ourselves to thousands of people, many of whom are only showing the best parts of their lives. And this creates that distorted reality where it feels like everyone else are happier, more successful, and more fulfilled than we are. And the more we compare, the more we feel like we are falling short. But the good news is that FOMO doesn't have to control our lives. And here are a few practical steps that you can take to overcome it. First of all, you can start practicing mindfulness. Mindfulness helps you with being present in current moment and appreciating what you have here and now rather than worrying about the things that you don't have and things that you're missing out on. And if you want, you could start with mindfulness, with muscle relaxation, or even with guided relaxation. And if you would like, here on my channel, I have 2 videos with guided relaxation. They last about 10 minutes. And also, I would say that before you will start noticing difference in your mood, you would have to most probably practice for about 10 days, maybe 14 days. The second one is about setting boundaries with your social media. As part of that, you will have to set designated time in a day when you allow yourself to scroll on your phone. And also, you will have to turn off the notifications on your phone. That will also help you with having this time when you can relax and disconnect from social media. The third one is about focusing on gratitude. So you could spend, for instance, 1 minute a day writing down things that you are being grateful for. And this will help you to shift your mindset from scarcity into abundance. The third one, it is about investing your time into real life connection. So actually spending time in real world, in real life with people, with friends and family, rather than investing your time into those connections with people online. Building strong relationships in a real life with real people can actually reduce the need for looking for validation online. And lastly, embrace JOMO, the joy of missing out. So instead of fearing and worrying what you are missing, find joy in freedom to disconnect and do what truly matters to you. Now, let's take this one step further. One of the most powerful ways to deal with FOMO is actually to redefine your definition of success and happiness. Instead of measuring your life against others, focus on your own goals and values. Ask yourself, what truly matters to me? What brings me joy and fulfillment? Another helpful strategy is to practice digital detox. This doesn't mean giving up social media entirely. It just means taking regular breaks to reconnect with yourself and the world around you. Use this time to engage in activities that nourish your mind, your body, like reading, exercising, or spending time in the nature. And finally, it is okay to say no. You don't have to attend every event. You don't have to keep up with every trend. Prioritize your well-being and what aligns with your values. While these tips can help you, it's important to recognize when FOMO might be a sign of deeper issue. If you find that FOMO is severely impacting your mental health, causing chronic anxiety, depression, or affecting your daily life, it might be time to seek professional help. Therapists can help you explore the root causes of your FOMO and develop strategies to manage it. Remember, asking for help isn't a sign of weakness, but it is a strength. Additionally, if you notice that FOMO is leading to unhealthy behaviors such as compulsive social media use, neglecting your responsibilities, or that constant need of wanting to keep up, it might be again a really good time to ask for help from professionals. They can help you develop healthier coping mechanisms to create a more balanced relationship with technology. So as you can see, FOMO, it is actually a natural response to our hyper-connected world, but it doesn't have to control us. By understanding its roots and taking practical steps, we can reclaim our mental peace and focus on what truly matters to us. If you enjoyed this video, then please give it a thumbs up and don't forget to subscribe for more content on mental health. And also let me know in the comment section if you are experiencing FOMO and also how do you deal with it. Thank you for watching, and remember, you are not on your own in this journey. And I'm gonna see you in the next one then. Thank you. Bye bye.